welcome to Monstro Mondayz Memecoin Mania. I'm your host, Smiley Monster, and let me tell you, I have a lot of energy today, so I'm going to be totally your hype monster. So get ready to shout booyah! We are live today. So talk to me, monsters. Tell me how your Monday is going. Let's see who we have here today. We have Patrick A. Hey, Patrick A. And Justine, I know you from Down Home Crypto. Welcome. Thanks for watching. And we have Alpha Cruz. Hey, Alpha. He is my BFF. And the cafe guy. Hey, Mr. Coffee, you came here. And yes, you are right on time. And we have Brown Eye as well. Welcome. And Alpha wants to know why Patrick B hasn't shown up yet. So we're still waiting for Patrick B. And Abdul. Hey, thanks for coming and watching. Today, we are going to be talking totally memes. I mean, it's been a crazy day already. The Roaring Kitty is back. GME is pumping again. You know, last week, I was totally hopium scrolling. Yes, I do not doom scroll. I hopium scroll. And my BFF Alpha, he DM'd me with the next big thing in meme coins. And you know me, I can't resist trying something new. So first, I bought a bag of Pepe coin, right? You know, the frog theme token. And it was all good, all rabbits. It's a frog. It was all ribbits until it wasn't. And I should have known something was up because the mascot winked at me on my screen. And I got to admit, I was kind of tempted to kiss him. I mean, what if he was my prince? Not. Okay. So then next came Hump, right? Alpha said this is the Solana meme coin sensation. And you know, who am I to argue? And it was all fun until my portfolio started to look like humps up and down and up and down and down, right? And then Wednesday, he told me all about this book of meme. It's like the secret knowledge of the crypto gods, Alpha says, right? But the only thing I learned was how quick you get this meme coin and it can turn from a moonshot to a moon rock. And then Alpha's like, dude, Floki Inu, named after a Viking explorer. I thought he'd said Loki. I mean, he's a hottie, right? But my coins sank faster than you can say Valhalla. And then don't forget, he told me about Dino and WSB and Chad and 4Token. And I'm chasing them like they are the last 4 cupcakes at Sprinkles. But it turns out they're like those diet cupcakes that taste like cardboard and leave you hungry, right? So here I am. I've got this wallet full of meme coins and dreams. And dude, Alpha's already in my DMs with another moonshot. So do I dare somebody stop me? Or maybe they shouldn't. So I'm looking over here and I see, hey, Loris, you're here today. Thank you so much for watching and just chiming in on my meme coin craziness. And Suli, you are here too. It is awesome to see you, my friend. Let me know in the chats if you guys have a favorite meme coin. Let me know if yours actually did a moonshot. I would love to know which are the best memes out there. I'm not here today to tell you which ones to buy. I'm just letting you know that they're out there and they're fun, and we're just going to take a look at them. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a smiley monster. So first, though, I need to give a shout out to our sponsor of the week, because if we didn't have a sponsor of the week, we wouldn't have an episode. So this week's sponsor of the week here is Pockets Rocket Rinse. Now, at Pockets Rocket Rinse, they're not just another laundromat. They are a meme coin powered portal to clean. Wash away your worries and those questionable stains, ew, with a high velocity washer that spins faster than a Dogecoin to the moon pump. And unlike your meme coin portfolio, they actually work. Their dryers are hotter than Elon Musk's latest tweet, and they leave your clothes feeling fresh. And here's why Pockets Rocket Rinse blasts. Meme coins are accepted. That's right, guys. They accept Doge, Shiba Inu, even in your leftover Floki tokens, because, you know, clean clothes don't judge your investment strategy. They've got free and fast Wi-Fi, so you can research real investments while your clothes get clean. Because, looking at charts that look like your EKG after ramen night won't help your portfolio. And it's more fun than watching crypto charts all day. They have arcade games, a meme wall of shame, and complimentary coffee. Because let's face it, you need that when you're staring at those red charts. I see you, coffee guy. So ditch the dud and head to Pocket's Rocket Rinse. They guarantee that your clothes will come out cleaner than your meme coin investment history, because even blockchains need a good soaking sometimes. So I'm looking over in the comments here. Which ones did you guys recommend to me? I'd love to know. I've got Loris loves Pepe. Alpha's already giving us the alpha. The next one is Pamp. Okay. Got to tell us what chain that's on, Alpha. Pamp the bag. Okay. Cafe guy wants to know if he can pay with lollipops at Pocket's Rocket Rinse or with your meme coins. I don't know. What you got in your wallet there, cafe guy? He says, yay, coffee. That is right. Okay, so I would love to tell you also that anyone who is watching today and comments in the live chat or comments down underneath this episode is going to be entered into another giveaway. And I will post all the people who've commented tomorrow so you can check and make sure I got it right. And then Wednesday, we are going to have a drawing, a giveaway with probably do another grubfish. And then the winner can choose either a Farmsy NFT or a Games NFT, your choice. And Alpha says he's going to sell. Is he going to sell lollipops? I can see him turning into the candy guy if crypto doesn't work out, right? So this week, I would love to give a shout out to our Monster of the Week. This is always somebody who is in the community, supportive in any way that they can. It's not always the loudest, but it's definitely somebody who is noticed because they're just encouraging and supporting. And so this week, our Monster of the Week is Rick Balding. Hey, he deserves it. You know him, you love him. Well, maybe not literally, but he appreciates the support. It's the one and only Rick Balding. This guy is not afraid to show his love for all our Monstro socials. But let's be honest, the throne room is practically his second home. He is always there with a supportive comment or a thumbs up. He's a morale monster. And he may have dabbled in other projects. It's good to explore. But what keeps him hooked on Monstro? Well, he says it's the clear communication and that we keep our promises. We say what we do and we do what we say. Just like Rick pays his bills on time. He is a monster of impeccable character, right? So Rick steers clear of those volatile meme coins. Uh-oh. He might not be listening today, but he does occasionally join Big D and me for a good old-fashioned game night. So it sounds like Rick knows how to balance responsibility with a little monster fun. And at the end of the day, he is a true crypto champion, and he's helped keeping the apocalypse at bay. Phew. So let's show him some love and congratulate Rick Balding, Monster of the Week. Congrats, dude. And I just wanted to come over here and say that Brown Eye is giving a shout out from Mickey Meme on Ethereum. Crypto Vault says the Rocket Red Countdown liftoff. And Alpha's looking. Is Rick around? Rick, if you're here, give us a shout out. We'd love to hear from you. Congrats on being our Monster of the Week. So it's time to look at how Monstro's been doing this last week for a Monstro Moolah Madness. So I'm going to pull up the results for this past week. And the earnings for the last week was $32,247.17. And that gets paid out to 1,033 recipients. We had 4 new people this past week. And out of that, 91% goes to the holders and only 9% goes to the treasury. And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been in too many projects where 91% of that goes to the holders. I just think that deserves a big thumbs up. So what did everybody get? Genesis NFTs got 1.34%, and they've already ROI'd. Cycle B got 1.34%, and they've ROI'd. Cycle C and Spooky got 1.34%. Cycle D got 1.49%. Cycle E got 1.34%. And then the Degens Phase 2 holders and the games holders got $1.68 USDC per unit. And remember, the reason why Cycle D is just a little more is they get the bonus share from the Cycle E sales. So I am ready to hear from Token Tingles and V. Hey, monsters! We are hurtling through week 4, and things are getting spicier than a meme lord's comeback. V and I are 3 weeks into this epic token battle. You know, Token Tingles is 12 weeks of token picks, moonshots, and bricks. This is the battle for bragging rights, monsters, and the winner gets legendary status. So are you Team V, the OG, or Team Smiley with the happy cuteness factor? Or Team Guest, the more the merrier, the more the mayhem. So if you're ready, smash that subscribe button like it's the buy button on your next meme coin. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. Yes, it is Token Tingles, where the only thing more volatile in the market is our decision making. Let's get tingly, V.
All right, I am ready.
So. Okay, let's review last week's picks. So, Team V, NAI is down 51.05%, ALB is down 22.33%, but NLG is up 6.25%. Nice pick.
Mm-hmm.
For Team Smiley, STG is down 9.36%, Sand is down 5.43%, and Mesa is down a whopping 19.28%. Everything's red. And then for Team Guest, BrewedFi is down 37.26%. It's been kind of a rough week for me.
Yeah, so congrats NLG for maintaining your price.
Yeah.
And actually increasing. You're the only one on our list this week, so.
Cool. So what did you pick this week, V?
I went with an old favorite, one that I wish I would have had money and actually bought some last year. I have a little bit now, but at a much higher price. And that's a render token, which I'm sure a lot of people are quite familiar with it now. It's gotten a lot more attention. When I first saw it last year and started recommending it to people, it was $1.36. Now it's been hovering around that $9 to $11 mark. So yeah, missed out. Recommended it to many, didn't have funds to buy any myself at the time. And then I was always thinking, it's a bit too expensive at $5, $6, $7, right? So, yeah, all that was wrong, and I still should have got it at 5, 6, or 7. So here we are. I'm picking it now, even though it's at 10 to 11, because I still think it has massive potential. And short term, which matters in our competition, it has some major catalysts upcoming. One of them is the NVIDIA earnings, which is on, I believe, the 22nd of this month. Another one is the Apple show. I think it's June 6th, but they're going to be really hyping up and unveiling their new renderer engine, which is called Octane or Octane X or something. But what's leaked already, everyone knows Apple is using render, but Apple never admitted it or confirmed it officially. Expectations are they will at this show, because in their teaser trailer showing the iPad and this new rendering engine, there is a render logo that can be seen. Very, very tiny, very hidden, but it's in there, and I've checked this myself. So I think, this could blow them up easily after that happens in a couple of weeks. Maybe to $20, maybe to $25. Whoa. That wouldn't be out of the question. So I'm going to recommend them. And worst case, this is a long-term hold. I think they will reach, $30, $40 in the bull market pretty safely and confidently. So that is why I'm choosing render here, even though it's kind of at a high price already.
Okay. Wow. That would be amazing if it went that high. Okay. I picked IPMB, and let's see. This is the cool little picture. Lion. Anyway, I picked IPMB Because it's using blockchain technology to track gold from the mine all the way to your wallet. So they make sure that the gold that you buy is real and comes from a good source. So they created the IPMB token, like a hybrid payment utility token, and each token is backed by a gram of gold in the supply chain. So the value, though, is not pegged to the price of gold. It can float, it can go up and down. The discount you get on gold with your IPMB tokens depends on the price of both. So if the IPMB tokens become cheaper than gold, you're guaranteed to get at least 1 gram of gold for every token you use. But if the tokens become more expensive than gold, you only use enough tokens to match the gold value that you're buying. And multiple retailers and stores are accepting the tokens, from coffee shops to auto dealerships, and they have plans to onboard more retailers all across the world. And the token is on the Polygon layer 2. And they did that because they wanted it to be fast and minimize the fees. But the main utility for the token, too, is you can stake it to get a discount on gem NFTs, which is a digital certificate with proof of ownership that you own your gold. And you can stack the tokens, stake. I can't say that. Stake the tokens to get an 11% discount on the NFTs, which is pretty much an 11% discount on gold. And right now the token is at $79.69. So that is my pick.
All right, that's an interesting one, but I must ask, who is verifying their verification services?
Let's see. Well, there's a whole report on how that's done. I can get back to you because it might take me a little bit to look it up. But
I like to catch you off guard.
I know you do. I don't want to make token tingles, though, 20 minutes.
Nope. So those are the picks. We will see how they do. And, our guest will have one for us later on this episode, I'm sure.
Yes, this week the guest actually did pick a token, because we've had a couple of guests who refused to pick one. So our guest list is small.
They don't want to be embarrassed if their pick does badly. We have no such qualms.
Exactly.
The last thing I will say then is get ready for Wednesday, because Wednesday we've decided we will release all the details and news about Moonbags, including its launch date.
Oh, how exciting!
Yes. So if you're watching this right now, you now know this alpha before anybody else. That Wednesday will announce those details. And you can be sure we do a lot deeper research in our token picks there than the fun ones we kind of throw out on this show.
Right. Okay, cool. Looking forward to that. Maybe we should have a video on that too.
Yes, absolutely. And then we have special guests as well, but all that'll be detailed on Wednesday.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, V.
All right. Bye, monsters.
Okay, monsters, are you ready for some Memecoin Mania? That is right. The whole meme coin hype is huge right now. CoinMarketCap registered a record 138 meme coins in April alone. So these meme coins, they used to be the sidekicks, but lately some people think they're the heroes. And these are coins named after dogs, internet jokes, things like your grandma you would send you on Facebook. I mean, they're traded fast and they can dump even faster. But don't let those cool pictures fool you, because investing in these things is like getting financial advice from your dog. Well, not Bullseye. I mean, he knows good picks. So we're going to take a look at some of these memes and pick them apart and see what makes them so hype. Okay, so a lot of meme coins are fueled by communities. We think we have a great community in Monstro. Well, so do a lot of these other meme coin communities. They have this giant party where everyone is totally obsessed with the memes and crypto, and it keeps the energy high and it helps keep everyone holding the coin. But another cool thing is Meme coins are really affordable, and it makes them perfect for crypto newbies if they only have, 20 bucks, 50 bucks, and they want to invest it in something. They can buy a meme coin. And this is great. Alpha wants to know, when is there going to be a coin named after Alpha? Hey, there probably is already an Alpha one, but Alpha, you should make your own meme coin. Yes, you can call it Alpha coin. It'd probably get higher on the list, right? Because it starts with A. And then Cafe Guy wants to know, when will there be a Smiley token? I actually have considered this multiple times, but I want uh, like a nonprofit organization arm out of the token, and I have to figure out a way to do that legit. I mean, when people hear nonprofit, they get really sus, like, how is that going to be done well and actually help people? So I have to figure that out, but I'm working on it. And hey, Miracle Simon, you showed up today. Awesome. Yeah, when's the Smiley coin? We'll see. I'll let you know. Yeah, when's there a token? Maybe you should do one, Miracle, because you've got a great name. And Alpha says, smiles the coin. So another reason why a lot of people get into meme coins is they get a lot of attention on social media. Have you ever been scrolling through X and all you see in your feed, well, if you're a crypto degen like me, you see meme coin after meme coin. They're on Reddit, they're on Telegram, and sometimes even celebrities jump on board and they give these meme coins a huge boost. And it's funny because meme coins started out like a bit of a joke, but they're fun. And sometimes crypto can be super serious, but if you're feeling like having a little fun or you're feeling adventurous, meme coins can be a fun way and they can bring some epic returns. But remember, they're not for, the faint of heart. These things move fast, but they could be a fun mix of community love, affordability, and just a little bit of buzz thrown in. It can be fun if you're into that. But before you invest, I have to always give you a little bit of a talking to, guys. This is what my dad says. Smiley, he says, remember, this thing is going to be crazy. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. So make sure you know what you're getting into. When it pumps, everybody's going, yay! But when it starts to dump, people get angry. People get a little crazy. Know that by design, a lot of these meme coins are going to dump, okay? And they follow trends. So make sure your meme coin, if you're getting into it and it's just following the hype, make sure that's what you really want. If you want a sustainable project, something with utility, maybe meme coins aren't the thing for you. Maybe you should be looking in Monstro at some of our farms. And they go fast. Some of the meme coins have been around for a while because they have a strong community. They have a solid team and they have a plan. And please, please do not invest more than you can afford to lose. Think of it like if you're going to Vegas or something, only take what you're willing to lose, because chances are you're probably not going to be the meme coin that made it to the moon, but you never know. It's kind of, that's the gambling aspect to it that so many people enjoy. And also, if you're interested, don't put all of your investment into one meme coin. I know some people that they'll take $100 and they'll put $10 in each coin and just hold a very small bag and see how it does. So that way, if, 8 of them dump, they have only, lost 80 bucks, not too much. And also, if you're going to buy a meme coin, check it out. Look for any red flags. Take a look, see if the contract is available, if it's been verified. And also, finally, stay a little chill, okay? Do not let your emotions make you FOMO in or out. That's when you're more likely to lose your money. And Cafe Guy has a really interesting comment. He says he's heard that some memes now are trying to get a bit more serious and actually developing products for their ecosystem. And that's true. And so that might be something that could interest you, because if they do have plans and a legit roadmap, they're more likely to be sustainable. And maybe people are going to be more likely to hold it instead of dump it as soon as it takes a little bit of a dip. And so I asked in the Discord this week for fun to see what some of our monsters' favorite memes were. And then I looked up, I love the pictures from some of these. They're so much fun. So Mr. Miyagi, he likes gummy. And it says, hello, sir. I know you like the Solana stuff. Solana. I want to make a gummy coin. Can you help? Are you high? Yes, but the point is, gummy is tasty and cute, and it makes you high, so why not? Well, son of a bitch, I'm in. Sorry for the language, guys. And then I asked, and Faisy likes when, pork, Elon, and bone. And so I looked up when. This is so adorable. It's a kitty. And then I asked, Brown Eye likes Mickey on Ethereum. And that one's cute. It's got the old-fashioned Steamboat Willie picture on there. And then Castlehoff likes Big Red and cheddar. And cheddar just makes me think of Cheetos, but I like it. And that looks like that one's on Solana. And then Pocket Aces likes Nico. And that one's got some cool art too. And so these are all fun. And then I was looking around at some of the other ones that are really popular right now. You have Dogeverse. And this one's really popular. It is a multi-chain meme token. It raised over 13 million in pre-sale, and it offers staking rewards, and it utilizes wormhole and portal bridge technology for cross-blockchain transactions. So that sounded a little different, and like what Mr. Coffee was talking about actually having a little utility to it. I found out another popular one is Solana, and this one's inspired by South Park, and it's gaining traction. It's in the Solana meme coin craze, but it's also rumored to be the same team as Slurf, which saw some huge gains this year. I found Wiener AI. I love wiener dogs. Aren't they cute? Anyway, it's a brand new ERC20 token that combines AI and crypto meme culture, and you can stake it to earn passive rewards, and it's trending. And then another one that I saw was version 2 of Sponge. And this one was a little bit unique. It had 100 times pump back in 2023. And so they're coming out with version 2. And then another one that I saw was Smog. And this one was interesting because if it's a Solana-based meme coin, and if you stake Smog tokens, you earn rewards, and then you can do different tasks and earn more. So if you know about the whole meme coin beginnings, let's go back to history. It started in 2013 with a joke. So a Shiba Inu dog was the new internet meme. It had these funny broken English captions. So this guy, Billy Marcus, was a software engineer, and Jackson Palmer, he was this marketing manager for Adobe, said, hey, let's turn it into crypto. And boom, they created Dogecoin back in 2013. That was a long time ago. And it was supposed to kind of be this fun parody of Bitcoin. And it had a much faster supply. It had a great attitude. The mascot became the logo, and then the community grew. But of course, you know, the celebrity Elon Musk talked about it, and so that made it explode. But here's the thing about Doge, it wasn't meant to be this serious investment. But the funny thing about the whole internet and crypto is jokes can sometimes turn into real money. Dogecoin prices skyrocketed in 2021, and Reddit was helping that. And then Dogecoin's rise then fell, and the price dropped dramatically. And then other meme coins started coming up. You had Shiba Inu, Floki, Dogelon Mars. There was probably like a whole Dogecoin clone out there. And the weekly price averages seem to be on track going for another bullish golden cross. So evidently the previous golden cross, which was in January 2021, heralded an 8,000% price surge, but do not take that as investment advice, guys. But there's been some that have done really well, and some may have fizzled out. So remember, the meme coin market is really volatile, really speculative. They rely on hype and celebrities, but isn't that the fun of crypto? I mean, something that started out as a joke has left its mark on crypto history. And it reminds us sometimes that some of the craziest things can actually be something that stands the test of time. And then, okay, yes, V, we need a bullseye token, like a partner token for Monstro. Wouldn't that be fun? And Brown Eye is still pumping his Mickey token. You must really have a big bag of that. So what makes the meme coin pump? I just want to just give you a couple of thoughts that I have, okay? Social media, okay? Sometimes you get a funny tweet that just goes viral. Sometimes you get a celebrity endorsement, or sometimes it could just be a trending hashtag, okay? It's got that whole FOMO factor. Something catches on and then it goes really fast. And then you could have influencers that are pumping it. Okay. If you have an influencer on X or Telegram with a big following, they create a buzz and people look for that. They see what's trending, and you can go look at that over on Dex Tools. You can also look at the market liquidity. Now, this is kind of weird. If you think of it, I have a little pond here where I live versus the ocean where I used to live. So a small pond has low liquidity. And if you have a couple of big investors buying or selling your meme coin, it makes a big difference in that pond, right? It makes a wild price swing. So that can happen. And there is notorious in crypto for a lot of pump and dump schemes. Whether you believe in them or not, I think it could happen where meme coins can be artificially inflated, their price, and it's coordinated by groups of whales that buy. They'll quickly sell their holdings for a profit, and then all these poor little guys, are left holding the bag because you got in. And V says, or if you have fat ducks taking up all the space in your pond. We do have fat ducks in our pond, but we only have a couple of fat ducks in Monstro, but we love our fat ducks because they hold the biggest vaults and fortress and kingdoms. And I think that's a really great plan. Cafe Guy says he remembers this time where Shiba Inu on Twitter, the community manager, asked Elon how much Shiba he was holding, and he said none, and the whole thing fell off a cliff. And he said, I'd feel bad getting my salary after that. It's interesting because, yeah, there's a lot of sway just by a tweet or something that someone says on X. It can totally sway the whole price, of some of these meme coins. Yeah, Guy says it's funny, but it might not be funny if you're holding a big bag of that token. Hey, Mr. Balding. Hey, our monster of the week. Congrats, dude. You'll have to watch later to see. I said a nice little congrats to you. We really appreciate you. And so, moving on. Meme coins can be fun, find your meme, find your community, but do not spend more than you can afford to lose. And just reminding you guys, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and you can get the latest token tingles, information about Monstro, my ramblings for the week. But the best part is you get to listen to our special guests, and I love some of our special guests are the best, including the one today. Hi, monsters! My special guest today is Mike with BrewedFi. He is the Fudder-in-Chief, the executive of FUD, the lead Fudder, the FUD booster, the FUD bag holder, the senior Fudder, a Fudder, and a little FUD as well. But really, he's just a normal guy. And he wanted to make a few extra bucks, like a lot of us, by coming into crypto. He wanted to buy Bitcoin and alts. And when he got here around 2020, 2021, he found the scams. He even got scammed. But the story didn't stop there. He got his money back after becoming a blockchain sleuth, and eventually that led him to starting BrewedFi, which is a place free of banning and free speech so everybody can talk openly about good and bad projects. So welcome, Mike.
Wow, that was an amazing intro, and I really
Thanks.
appreciate it. And hopefully I can stay true to the fuddiness that I am and we are. So thank you for that intro.
Oh, you're welcome. So I always start with my guests with a word association game. Are you up for it?
Sure.
Okay,
Let's
I will
give it a
say a
try.
word. Okay, I'll say a word, and then you just say the first word that comes to mind. You don't overthink it or anything, okay?
Okay.
Okay, the first one is money.
Crypto.
Yay. Fudzilla.
BrewedFi?
Okay. Clown coin.
Oh. The FUD coin that we'll get into a little bit later.
Okay. How about Brewflix?
Movies about coffee, which I am
Nice.
totally into.
Oh, cool. I love coffee. How about Satoshi?
Bitcoin, I guess.
Okay. A clownspiracy.
I have a French conspiracy room, and they like to talk about clowns a lot in BrewedFi. So I would have to say it would have to be that channel if you haven't partaked in it yet.
No, I'll have to check that out. How about blockchain?
Technology, for sure.
Nice. Houdini.
Magic.
Nitwit.
Nitwit. That makes me think of my grandmother because she belonged to a retirement community that they were the nitwits and they knitted.
Oh, that's cute. I love it.
Isn't that?
Yeah. Do you still have something that she knitted?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, isn't that cool? The nitwits.
Very cute. Okay, so let's start off with, would you please give everyone listening a brief overview of BrewedFi and Futter's Paradise, and I will throw up the website, which includes Discord invites to both.
Absolutely, that's awesome. So you kind of gave me a good intro. So yeah, I think I don't really remember when, but yeah, it was probably 2020, 2021. I was buying Bitcoin and the altcoins. And then of course, looking into those kind of things, DeFi kind of opened up for me, and it was really intriguing around that time, probably 2021, when the Ohm forks and Time Wonderland were out and these
Right.
super high APRs. They look so juicy and too good to be true. So I kind of started investing in some of those, looking at the Lambo calculators. Things didn't fully make sense to me at that time, but it was an entertaining time, and obviously a lot of FOMO, APRs that were ridiculous and couldn't keep up, and then kind of came the rebase tokens like Titano and Seifu and all that stuff. So it was kind of a progression after the Ohm fork started kind of dying off. To look at some of those, clearly they seemed like Ponzi's and what have you, but the APRs were just too good to pass up. So I was just some random guy looking on YouTube for projects, and I got into a couple, and along in Seifu, I got into the pre-sale on that, and it was probably like a 20 to 25x in the first day, so I was kind of hooked on that. Knowing that things didn't really seem sustainable, but yeah, I really didn't have the full understanding of Ponzi-nomics at that time. And a couple of months into that, I ended up getting scammed pretty big time in that project. And it was a time I was trading some tokens, and the value, which was like about 45K at the time, kind of just disappeared in front of my face. I was making a swap, it just poof, gone out of my wallet.
Ooh.
Freaking out. I didn't understand. I am from a technical background.
Mhm.
So, clearly I had been scanned, but I totally didn't understand how it happened. So I was kind of obsessed. It was probably the next 48 hours. I don't think I slept. It was pretty crazy. I mean, it's not very pleasant to lose $45,000, as
No.
anyone could imagine. And many of us have been ripped off in the space a number of times. So, I kind of became, I educated myself really quickly on how to look at the blockchain, how to follow, transactions all over the place. I was debugging everything that I could. I'm kind of a coder by trade, but I'm not completely hands-on technical anymore. But I spent the next easily 48 hours trying to figure out what the heck happened, because it was so much money. And in the end, I found how the hack happened, and kind of pushing the community. I was able to figure out that it wasn't any of my fault, but it was a rogue developer, of course. It's always the rogue dev. Um,
Right.
you know, that made the swap app that had put code in there to fraudulently randomly steal money from people that were trading the token. So with help from the community, and really trying to, it completely wasn't my fault, and the community was able to get the money back. Surprisingly, that's really an edge case. It doesn't happen often, but I was able to get the money back, and I promptly left the project. And kind of ever since then, I've kind of realized that the community is really key in the
Yeah.
space. And people within these little DeFi communities, they didn't really have a place to kind of ask legitimate hard questions. If things didn't seem right, they couldn't ask that, because then they just get banned. So that space didn't really exist. There was no community where people could go and do that. And so that's kind of where BrewedFi kind of came up. I'm into coffee, so that's where the brew comes from. But ultimately, I wanted to create a space that was free speech. You're only going to get banned if you're a scammer. Where you can ask the hard questions. And so we kind of started it out real serious, in terms of being like real hardcore blockchain sleuths when scams were happening, following the money and stuff like that. But over time, we kind of took the persona of fudders, because asking hard questions, maybe legitimate ones, or sometimes just joking around. That's kind of what we got accused of being. So we kind of took that persona on for fun, and it's kind of stuck with us. So Brew's been around for almost 2 years now.
Wow.
So we've been going strong. It's a strong community now. We kind of watch out for each other. And so that's kind of the history of Brewed. We like looking at good projects, and we look at the bad projects that are scamming. And there's been a number of those. So that's kind of where Brewed came from.
I love it. And I'm really sorry that you had lost that money. It's amazing that you got it back. A lot of people do lose their money and they don't get it back. And I love that you appreciate that these are people. And this, for some people, is a lot of money, whether, it's $100 or $100,000 to them, it's meaningful. And to lose that can just be devastating. So to have a community that's supportive and helps you to ask questions and research so that you can try to avoid that happening, because I'm wondering how many people in your community actually have been scammed. Is it significant?
It's significant. So I mean, yeah, you would be surprised. There's varying levels of scams. Some people have entered projects that are just horrible projects, and maybe they
Right.
didn't rug or anything like that. So there's a lot of that. So it's just, it's a space where you can talk about these projects openly, good and bad. So that's kind of
Nice.
what it's become. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone in this space has probably been in a bad project that is rugged or been scammed maliciously. It's just so common in the space. So yeah, we watch out after each other. We educate each other on things to look out for. And ultimately, it's kind of become a fun place just to hang out and banter.
Oh, I love it. And launching a meme coin sounds fun. What was the inspiration behind yours? How'd that start?
Well, yeah, so that's a great question and kind of a fun story. So yeah, I mentioned that Brood has been around for a couple of years, and the community always wanted us to launch a project, and I always wanted to launch a project as well.
Hmm.
But coming from a space of where we see horrible projects dying all the time, I didn't really want to launch something that didn't have value kind of going forward. So we had talked about kind of launching some serious projects and things like that, but I couldn't really come up with anything that would be a serious project and be sustainable, and then that kind of didn't match our personality and Brood. So I put it up to a community vote around what they wanted. Do you want a serious project, like create a blockchain, or do you want a roll app in the Cosmos ecosystem, or do you just want a meme coin, and by far and away the community voted for a meme coin. So not wanting to let them down, obviously meme coins, there's no value or utility in meme coins. And there's not a lot of fun in just creating one, because typically they go off and die. So kind of got together with some of the core team in Brood, and we kind of came up with this idea that why don't we extend the community? Let's create a token that gives you access to the utility or to the community. And then that gives the token some utility in terms of the value of holding it. So a couple of weeks ago, we launched our first token called FUD. Of course, we are we are the FUDers. So you got to have the FUD token as the primary token. So you buy that token to get access into the communities, including Brood,
Oh,
including Futter's Paradise, which we launched Futter's Paradise as a meme launching community. So FUD is your token into higher level roles that then gets you into the pre-launches at the
oh,
very base
that's
level.
clever. I
Mhm.
like it.
So anyone can come over to Futter's Paradise, and if you own 10 million FUD, which I think is about $800 right now, you get access to the what we call the elite of FUD. There's a number of us core people in there, myself, and you can come over and see who it is. But we drop tons of value over there, trading information, how to avoid scams. So it's kind of become something bigger than just a meme token. So what we're going to do is we're going to be launching these memes as it kind of makes sense timing wise through the bull run. Hopefully the bull run is continuing here. I don't know. It's we're kind of taking a pause right now, but hopefully that continues. So we're going to be launching these memes. We're going to perfect the process. But most importantly, we're building a really tight community, based around holding FUD. So the more FUD you have, the closer in the community you are, and we're all going to treat these launching of these meme tokens very seriously to try to get some wins through the bull run. And so that's kind of where we're at. So we have FUD, and we actually launched our first meme called Quacko. It's a duck.
Oh, now I see where the duck comes in as your profile picture.
Yes, so that's Quacko right there, giving a 2 thumbs up. So
Cute.
we did 1,700% in the first day.
Wow.
We're gonna keep building out Quacko as our
Mhm.
kind of our first meme with not much utility. So we're gonna keep building that out, do some cool things for it. And we think it's a really cute meme, and so we think it has staying power. But that one's gonna be continue to be built out. And then once we know the markets are still kind of solid, we're going to be launching additional memes. And if you want to
Cool.
get into the ground floor of that, you've got a whole FUD. So that's
Right.
kind of how the whole ecosystem works.
You have FUD and you have fun.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of a crazy community, but we've built a community around. We have fun, but it is kind of it is serious business. We want to make people money. And I
Right.
think kind of coming from Brood, where we're blockchain sleuths, we know how to spot scammers and everything. The whole meme market is just absolutely flooded with scammers. So
Yes.
ultimately, we want to try to separate ourselves. All liquidity is always going to be burned. There's no team tokens. All these scammy things that they all do out there. We're not doing any of that. So we're going to try to build memes legitimately.
Okay. I was going to ask you how you are going to keep your meme coins safe for people who want to buy them.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no team tokens. So we the team are buying in with everyone else.
Nice.
And then every token that we're going to launch, the liquidity pool is always going to be burned. So there's no rug. You can't just pull the liquidity. There's no rugging, because we're going to burn the liquidity for every launch that we do. So
Oh. And are you launching on one blockchain or multiple?
we will consider multiple. So that's a great question. Right now, Meme Insanity is on Solana blockchain. So that's where 90 to 95% of the memes are really launching. full of scammers. We're trying to do it legitimately.
Mhm.
So yeah, so right now both FUD and Quacko are on the Solana blockchain. But yeah, we're totally open to doing it on different chains. And the next chain that's kind of runner up is the base chain. So
Nice. We like
so that
base.
yeah, base is really good. It's getting a lot of volume, but for memes, it's not quite there where Solana is, but it's definitely very much a solid second place.
So meme coins are pretty crazy. What's the craziest thing that happened since you launched FUD and Quacko?
Well, FUD is doing great because now there's utility. I mean, we launched it as a meme token.
Hmm.
It was pretty bumpy. Someone in kind of the OG groups kind of screwed us over, where they bought a ton on the pre-sale and then they dumped it right at launch. So we're always learning from our mistakes. So we changed with Quacko and how we launch to make it more of a fair launch. So
Cool.
we're going to iterate every time,
Hmm.
in how we do the launches to try to make them successful. Because if you get one that hits, right, you could easily do 1,000x.
Yes, that's the
So
hope.
that's the hope. So if we can perfect the process, we can perfect our social media, our engagement on Twitter, and things like that. If we can do this a couple of times over the coming year, that's what we want to do. So we're trying to get better every launch, and we've done two now. Quacko did a 17x
Cool.
on that first day. Obviously, we want that 100x, we want that 1000x. So I
Right.
think we'll do it at some point. But granted, these are memes. There's always risk, but
Right.
it's pretty low.
Cool. And how have you found marketing a meme coin during meme season? Is it hard? Is it not what you expected, or is it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, um, one thing with memes is that the degenerates out there that are buying these things, they move from one to the next.
Yes.
So it's all hype. In that first 24 hours is really key for these projects.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you don't do that like 1,000x kind of immediately, the chances of doing that in subsequent days is pretty low. So it's definitely, you need to hit the narrative of the meme. So cute animals. And this duck is actually uh, related to Weibo, which is kind of like a microblogging site in China. And so there's kind of an
Oh,
Asian meta going on with memes right now. So we tried to hit both the cute animal and the Asian meta. So it did okay. But you got to hit the right narrative at that time. And narratives within meme tokens change within the week. They can even change
yes.
within days. So we want to launch these fast. We want to launch them with what the in thing is at that time, and hopefully we get things to fly. So yeah, it's hard to get attention because like Twitter is absolutely flooded with memes. So
Yes.
we're trying to get better in that regard. We definitely have some improvement around engagement on Twitter. So we're talking about some of that internally right now. But yeah, that's key to getting in front of all the degens to get the FOMO going in these things. So I think if we can hit the narrative of the actual meme, that it's an in narrative, whether it's a cute animal,
Mhm.
or whatever it is. That's the current theme right now is cute animals, like always.
Right.
And then the Twitter engagement. I think that's the way to go.
Cool. Now, do you have one team at BrewedFi that also handles the memes, or do you have separate teams? And are you the head of all of them?
Yeah, so it's the same people that have been in BrewedFi for a couple of years. So yeah, it's the same crew that have been around. That we know projects. We've watched memes for all these years. We know how the scammers scam. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's the same crew that's been around that we're doing both.
Oh, that's great. And so you don't just focus on memes in BrewedFi, I'm assuming. You have all these new crypto projects coming up in all different areas. So how do you cut through the noise as a team and identify the promising ones? Or do you let your community bring them to you?
Yeah, it's community driven. That's exactly right. So,
Nice.
I generally, I don't have a ton of time to be going out and seeking new legitimate projects. So, yeah, it's people join Brood and say, "Oh, I was just scammed, I was just scammed in this project, or this project is rugging right now. Can you guys take a look?" And so we'll create a channel for it, and people that want to go sleuth around or that know history on the project can come and comment. So it's really community driven now. So I'm generally not out there looking at projects just from a time limited perspective. So yeah, now we're just kind of known as the group that looks into projects and the fudders, and you can come and openly talk about projects that aren't doing so well, ask questions. You know, we can, if you get scammed, we'll help you look at the blockchain and kind of point out where the money went, and things like that. So it's kind of just naturally growing now. So yeah, we don't even market it. It's just word of mouth at this point.
That's awesome. So let's say one of your meme coins that you guys put out totally takes off. It does like 1,000 times, 1,000x.
Yes.
What kind of impact would you want it to have other than just making a lot of money? Do you have any other goals for them?
Well, because we burn the liquidity, they will always exist, right? We would love to hit the 1,000x, and if we do, yeah, I think we would keep working on that one. I know you're going to ask me to pick a token at the end of our conversation, so I already have one in mind, and it's kind
Cool.
of an example of that. But yeah, so if we ever like hit the crypto lottery like that, yeah, we would definitely continue to build that out. And I think what's going to happen, as we are launching these, is Flutter's Paradise is going to continue to grow, and
Mhm.
we are not pulling the rug. We're building legitimate projects with a team that hold the FUD token. So I think if we hit a token that goes 1,000x, it's going to be bullish for our FUD token because more people are going to want to come in the community. If you want to come into the community and get in these pre-launches, you have to own FUD. So it's going to be
Right.
bullish for FUD. But yeah, we're not going to let any of these tokens die. I can't say that they'll all, stay at high elevated levels. That's not really how memes work. But yeah, the liquidity pool is locked, and we're going to, keep pursuing all of them. Like we're continuing to build on Quacko as our first true meme.
I love it. So you had mentioned before, I'm taking it to a personal level here. You love coffee? How did that come about?
I don't know. I love black coffee, just plain black coffee. It's an acquired taste, right? Some people don't love it. Um, where I live in California, there's tons of craft coffee around. So I don't do the Starbucks or anything like that. I am a coffee snob now,
Oh,
for black coffee and espresso too. So
the whole grind your own beans, a little,
every
from my.
morning.
Oh,
Yep.
nice. Very
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Oh,
It
nice.
takes me like 15 minutes to make one cup of coffee every morning. So what a snob.
No, it's cool. I live in California too, so I get it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's a big scene in these craft coffee shops.
Right, right.
They're popping up all the time. So, I've got my favorites around, and definitely trying all sorts of different things. I don't put milk or anything in my stuff. I like it black.
Nice. And do you have any other hobbies or interests outside of crypto? Maybe a surprising one?
Surprising?
Mhm.
Well, hmm. I'm sure there's some, but I'm trying to think of what might be interesting. Um, uh, at one time, I owned about 10 cars, so I am
Oh,
into
wow.
cars.
Okay, cool. Which was your favorite?
Um, well, the one I probably kept, I'm down to three now. So,
Hmm.
yeah, it's really, they kind of own you when you have that many. So it was kind of stressful. So I decided to
Oh,
start getting rid of them. I have
nice.
a 63 VW bug, ragtop. It's
Oh,
really light blue.
oh,
Um,
nice.
so yeah, that's my favorite. Super cute.
Very cool. Yeah, it sounds like very cute. Like I would drive it.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's say next year we decide to hold a meme coin convention. What kind of crazy, wacky sessions or competitions would you love to see there?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that would actually be a lot of fun. So we should do
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Um, I'd like to see people dream up a meme coin and then we immediately launch it. And then who does the highest, X, raise out of 1,000X, 100X, whatever. Come up with the meme on the spot, build the graphics, and launch it.
That would be
Um,
fun.
Yep. And we've even kind of talked about doing that as a community and just,
Hmm.
going for it. And that's all that memes really need. They just need that cute narrative, whatever it is. You create the graphics and you just go. So that would definitely be a competition for sure.
Would you like to keep it simple or would you want it to come with a perk like a free pizza or concert tickets or something?
You can, but memes really have no value. So,
Mhm.
we could definitely do competitions around, maybe earning tokens and stuff like that. That would certainly be fun. But we do give away a lot of FUD for creating hysterical memes and
Oh, nice.
engagement on X and things. So I'm sure there's a lot of rewards we could come up with. But that would be fun. A conference based on memes.
Why not?
Absolutely. Let's plan it.
Okay. And how long do you think this meme season's gonna last? What's your personal prediction?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I mean, I think we got into you know, some people call it the pre-bowl. You know,
Hmm.
the market's in a really, I think it was probably premature. People knew, kind of knew the Bitcoin halving was coming up, so everyone was buying up everything, institutions. I definitely think the retail investors are still pretty broke right now. Um, so I don't think the bull has really started at this point. I think at least in the U.S., the Fed is going to have to lower rates. They're going to have to ease up monetary policy before the FOMO really happens. So I would say, I think things pick up again in the fall, assuming that the U.S. Fed lowers rates, and money starts flowing a little more easily. So I would say that um, I think the bull might pick up again in the fall, so maybe September, October would be my hope.
Okay.
So as long as the bull is going, memes will be blowing up. So um, I think we likely have until early 2025, assuming the bull continues. And there's
Okay.
always risks that it dies out. Um, so never put more money into the market than you're willing to lose because you just never know.
Great advice. And also, I love that your community is adaptable to whatever's hot at the moment. Once memes die down, you guys can maybe pick up something else, whatever is in at the moment, and your community can rally around that. That'd be awesome.
That's exactly right, and that's the key. That's the key to kind of the spaces community, right?
Right. I agree.
Tokens it won't survive. They'll just be pump and dumps without a community. So, going back to my scam and me getting my money back, based upon the findings, was due to the community. It's really a key part of success in this space. So everything I do is for them, and if I'm successful, then that means the community is successful. So that's what it's all
Aw,
about.
that's so cool. And I'm sure they can feel that and hear that when you are totally present. I've seen you over there in the Discord. You're around all the time talking to everybody. That's very much appreciated. There's nothing worse than a project lead that you never see. It's really hard to
Yep.
connect and build a relationship and trust or feel that transparency when you don't know what your lead's doing. So I love it.
Exactly. That's so common in the space. So yeah,
Yes.
again, it's community. I'm just one of the community, and we're building together.
Very cool. Okay, so here's my last question. So Various and I are having our token pick challenge. So which token would you like to pick that you think, and it could be your own, that you think will do well, but it has to be for about the next 8 weeks. That's when we're going to close it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about this question. I was like going, let me go look at the altcoins and kind of see, which ones are serious projects. But you know what? We're in meme season. So, I gotta go with the king of memes. I would choose my own token, which I think will do good. But I gotta go with the recent king of memes, and that's Dog with Hat,
Oh, nice.
the cutest
Okay.
meme of all. So with,
Okay. I'll have to
who
make
would have
sure.
thought?
Yeah. I'll make sure I get the correct address from you though, because there are a lot of dog with hats out there.
There's an anything with hat nowadays, but yes, this is
Yes.
the original that
Oh,
started the
okay.
whole whiff thing, dog with hat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, oh, it's crazy. It's already crazy valuable, but I think it has further to go, assuming that the bull keeps going.
Oh, I hope so. And I hope that your community does well with all your meme launches. Hey, I'm in there too. I could say I hope we all do well. So
Exactly.
yeah, thank you so much for joining me today and chatting with us and letting us get to know you better. I'm sure a lot of the Monstro community is going to love hearing this chat and want to come hop on over and join.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. And I've known Various for a little bit. We had talked, I don't know, last year and some other projects that he was involved in. So I know you guys have a great community and appreciate your time.
We
I'll
do.
be
Thank
around.
you. Okay, cool. And I will too. I'm not going anywhere. I love it here.
Absolutely.
Hey, monsters, it is always so much fun when I talk to people who are the leads behind these projects and just to see an insight into how meme coins are created, the basis for them, what are expectations. It was just interesting to really get to know this. So I hope you stop over by and check out the website and say hi and check out what they're doing with Thud and Quacko and what the next meme is coming. Maybe you have a great idea that they'll want to adapt and launch, and maybe that will be their 1000x. So thank you so much for joining me, monsters. You always make Mondays a lot more fun, and I appreciate your taking the time to hang out with me and chat. And I love the comments today. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and leave your comments so you can be entered in the giveaway to win a Farms or a Games NFT. Until next Monday, have a great week, guys, and stay safe. Bye.